Huh. I actually don't think this card is that good. Every time I've drafted it, it's felt like a win more card at my top end. So I don't really think I'm interested in playing this. That being said, the rest of this pack is pretty mediocre, right? Like, none of these uncommons are cards that I'm interested in, like, first picking. Like, Diamond's Favors, like, a playable piece of removal. There's no good removal in this pack. Maybe I'm just going to take the tactics because it's like a kind of go over the top card and just like see how things feel. Like there's a lot of times where I just like end up not playing my first picked card anyways. I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick this up because it's the most powerful card. I definitely would have passed this if there was like a quality piece of removal in the pack, though, like a Strangle or a Pyre Strike or a Decree of Banishing, or probably even a Chastise or a Shackling Strands I'd first pick over this. Cloudbounder, Phoenix Guard Lancer, that kind of thing. This pack's like medium minus as well. We do have two kind of reasonable pieces of removal. We have Butcher and Chastise here. Crossing Swords and Rose Kitten are both like... Rose Kitten's actually like really good when you get a lot of them together, especially in like the Grandfather Elk decks. That being said, I think Chastise is objectively the best card in this pack. This card kills a lot of the things you care about in this limited format, so I think this is probably what I'm going to go ahead and grab. It's also someone mentioned Evolve Tactics being good with Ada, so like that's reasonable. Please take off the deck list. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez. Thank you. I have a different layout here too, so I don't block any of the cards. Yeah, look at that. This is so much better. Apologies to people on YouTube in the future. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Chastise here. Thank you for the heads up. It's been a while since we've done a draft on stream. I've been doing a lot of my drafts off stream. Womp womp. So sorry if you couldn't see any of the cards in the first pack that I said were mediocre. And this next pack, Blessed Scout's a very reasonable uncommon. Diligence, Conscript, and Ardent Troop with cost 1, just like generate some value going along. There's another Rose Kitten here, so I almost wish I would have moved it on those. But like every time I move in on kittens, I like never see Thorn Pups. Drafting these cards that like need other cards to come up are so tough in draft. They're much better in sealed, where you can just like open your pool and see you have a bunch of them. I think I'm going to grab the Blessed Scout here. This card's very reasonable, and it's going to play in almost any Diamond deck that I end up playing. So, like, we have 2 Diamond cards that we're almost certainly playing if we end up in Diamond. This next pack here, got a Call of the Deepwood. Yeah, this card's pretty good. It's like a very, very playable Wild Bomb, kind of. That being said, looking at the other cards that are in this pack, there's a Feed the Flames in here, and like 3 cards have already been taken out of it. This is like a Wild Bomb that's like worth playing a lot of the time, but like I'm a sucker for quality removal, and I think Feed the Flames is one of the better pieces of common removal in this draft format. So if 3 people pass this, there's a chance that Ruby's just going to be open. I also don't hate Battle Prep, but I feel like I want to grab the Feed the Flames here and kind of get a feel for if Ruby's going to be open or not, depending on how these XP pack goes. Look at our next pack here. Nothing super exciting in here. I guess there's this Draka Outcast, which makes me kind of wish we would have taken one of the 2 conscript cards out of the previous pack instead of, like, snaking this Feed the Flames. That could have been an incorrect read. We already had 1 conscript card. Maybe we'd be supposed to pick up another one. There's nothing else super exciting in this pack. Like, Vanquish is, like, medium minus at best. I'm not a fan of Flamethorn Archer. Gwain's Prodigy is just, like, kind of too slow and clunky. Like, the Ruby Dex's format want to be a little bit aggressive, and this card is not particularly aggressive. It's more of a controlling mid-range card. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab the Draka Outcast and just be sad that I passed 2 good conscript cards. We'll see how many conscript cards we end up with. We may or may not end up playing that. Look at this next pack here. Just like kind of mixed messages all around. I try not to get married to any particular thresholds early on, so you can kind of like be flexible and see what other people are picking and what's open. There's a Warp Steel Shardsworn and a Cloudbounder in this pack, and 5 people have taken cards out of it. Like, these are both premium Sapphire cards in this format. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Cloudbounder here, and we're a little bit all over the place, but hopefully we'll firm up as the second half of this pack as we move into the second one. Get to this next pack here. This pack's actually pretty bad, right? There's nothing really very exciting in here. I don't think Holy Reprisal is particularly playable. Gain 2 life for each opposing attacking troop, and they sacrifice one of them. I think I'm just going to grab the Vanquish here. We already have 2 quality diamond cards, so like picking up another diamond card that's like mostly reasonable is a card that we're likely to end up playing regardless of what our second shard's going to be here. Howdy Shin. Again, nothing too terribly exciting. Probably the best card objectively in the pack is like this Tomb Swap, maybe followed by this Enlarge. Reversion's also very playable. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Reversion because we're almost certainly in Diamond. That's going to end up being a playable card for us. I'm not really too excited about anything else in that pack. Again here, just kind of looking for things that are least bad, not really seeing any. I guess Conceal's occasionally playable. Battle Scrivener's reasonable, I guess. Yeah, I guess we're going to take the Battle Scrivener and see how things pan out here. 100 viewers is impressive. It's about average, right? If I looked at my average concurrence, it's somewhere between 100 and 200 usually, I think. Not quite sure where we're going just yet. I think I grabbed this Iotachi coins. Not super interested in anything else in this pack. Like, Necropolis Gyarados, like the next close to playable card, but we don't have any other blood cards. If this Feed the Flames ends up being something we play, we'd be happy to have the Iotachi coins. In this pack, again, just like, this whole pack seems like medium minus. Hopefully things will firm up in the second pack, like what exactly we're supposed to be doing and what shards we're supposed to be in. I think I'm going to grab the Ruby's Favor here just in case we end up in that. Like, I don't like main decking this card, but reserving it is fine to destroy a random artifact. Namachill! with the 15-month resubscription. Welcome back, and thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Explosive Interludes, like a playable piece of top-end removal if you're short another removal. I actually think it's, like, marginally better than Vanquish if you have the choice between both of these cards. This is quick, but it's fairly restrictive of what you're actually able to kill with it, so... So it's got a lot of different things going on here. I'll grab Friar Tusk. I like to board this card in against Dreadlings on occasion. Hope you're having a good weekend. I think we're going to hide... We're going to hide these for now. Grab another Friar Tusk here. None of these are particularly exciting. We've got like 7-ish playables here. It's not too bad for Ruby Diamond start. Which other cards do you think are reasonable in there? Like the Combat Celebrant seems like it might be a tool that we're interested in leveraging, but are there other ones that flew past that I missed the last time through when we were talking about it? Bomb. I guess this is like kind of a bomb, right? Just like it's a fine diligence card, just like a must answer threat. A lot of the time it's a 2/2 at worst. Every time this diligences, it gets either bigger or makes a copy of itself. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the Chimera Bot here. I don't hate Rock Slider, though. Hopefully the Rock Slider will. If the Rock Slider doesn't wheel, we probably don't want to be in that archetype anyways. Ruby Favor not playable. I don't think Ruby's Favor is particularly main deckable in Draft. It's like a mediocre combat trick at best. And like, dealing 3 damage to your opponent is like mediocre. Like if they have artifacts that it can take out, I think it's playable, but I don't think on average you want to start it. I think something like Revision is definitely more main deckable. Has more applications. In our next pack here, Blindside is a plenty playable diamond combat trick. So ready and exhausted troop you control, like it's +3/+3. It's particularly good with like Chimera Bot, right? Although I guess it's like medium minus with Chimera Bot, because if you diligence this into reverting it, making another Chimera Bot, that's not stellar. I think I still want the Blindside here. This deck does not feel particularly good so far. Turbulence is great. Turbulence is playable, you are correct, but it's not a reason to play more wild cards. Like, it's a fine card if you're in wild, but it's not like a particularly exciting card if you're not already in wild. Gallant Spearclef is just like a fine playable card. It's like a 3/5 flyer that you could also power up something else with. Diamond Favor is like an okay piece of removal, but honestly, we don't have that many threats right now, so I'm going to prioritize picking troops, I think. What does Separate do? Is that the can't be countered one? I got another Feed the Flames here. Yep, it's like quality piece of removal. Sign me up. We probably are getting to the point where we have enough removal that this Vanquish doesn't need to be playable, ideally, if we have enough other playable cards. Vanquish is kind of an awkward piece of removal, so I generally will cut that if we have enough other tools to fill in our removal options. I didn't realize that card had flash, so like you can flash it in response to someone playing and interrupt, and then stop them from countering your thing. This is everything we want and so much more. Razor Edge Duel is just like a quality 2-drop troop here. Diligence gets +1 and Swift Strike. Sign me up for that. We need some good early pressure. I'm kind of sad that we didn't so when we took this Evolve Tactics pack 1 pick 1, there was definitely a Razor Edge Duelist in the pack, and it was probably the most playable common or uncommon, and I almost snapped it off. And the way this ended up padding out, I'm really sad that we didn't, but obviously we can't know what direction we're going in. This gives +4/+2 for 3, but it has mobilized, so you could exhaust another troop you control to make it cost 1. It's a very playable combat trick. It's good at enabling Diligence on Razor Edge Duelist, Blessed Scout, and Chimera Bot. And this card's just great for punching through for those last few points of lethal damage when your opponent sets up blocks that are just mediocre. Does it have flash? Okay, but you could theoretically cord for it in response to them countering one of your other things, and then your thing can no longer be countered. It does seem sweet against the decks with that kind of removal in them. Alright, here's another Rock Slider. So, this is kind of the question, right? How many Ardent Troops do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... So I could take the Rock Slider and hope that other one wheels that we passed earlier. 2 Rock Sliders is definitely enough of a reason to play Marzul. The problem here is that if that other Rock Slider doesn't wheel, I'm passing a playable, Mooncall Ceremony or Outflank to pick up this Rock Slider that's going to be mediocre at best. The way these packs have been going, I feel like there's no one else in Ruby. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Rock Slider and hope that other one that we passed earlier in this pack comes back around to us. This is definitely the most powerful card in that pack. When you get placed with Marzul, you can often turn this into a 5/4 for 2 to 3 turns in a row, and then that's more than enough to overwhelm most opponents. Canyon Fleetfoot's a card I'm not excited to play, but it's an Ardent Troop that provides a trick. The fact that it's quick is kind of good with Rock Slider as well, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. We also have 3 pretty good 2-drop Diligence troops, and this has Mobilize to enable your Diligence. Peace, Nam. Yep, and you should try it out. And at some point we'll be back next week, probably Tuesday night with Paper Standard. Yeah, another Fleetfoot here. This is our first pack. The Razor Edge Duelist notably not in here. Yeah, I think I'm just picking that up in the hopes that other Rock Slider is going to come back around, because quick troops gaining us a charge for Rock Slider on the back of Marzul is really pretty powerful. Here's hoping we don't get punished for banking on this. Nothing too exciting in here. I guess I'll take the Distract. I honestly, maybe grabbing the Tactician there just so someone else doesn't have it is reasonable too. Rock Slider, I think, is in this pack or the next one, if I recall. If it's coming back around. I'm sure we're just going to get punished and we're not going to get it back, but, you know, it is what it is. Gain Ground. This card's, reasonable. Discard a card at random and then draw 2 cards. Worth noting that if it's the last card in your hand, it's just a 2-cost draw 2, which is pretty powerful. I don't think I've ever played this card in Draft before. Usually you end up with enough playables, but there's an off chance. I played it in Sealed before. Nothing very exciting in here. I guess I'll take this Wakuna Lookout. If we don't end up getting a second Rock Slider, I might end up just not playing this one, because, 1 Rock Slider is not a reason to play Marzul. 2 Rock Sliders is definitely enough reason to play Marzul. Ashwood Minstrel, sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have seen the first Rock Slider again by now, so... I'm just gonna hide this. This is probably an Ada deck at this point, which means these Canyonwood Fleetfoots are not gonna be particularly exciting. This deck's, like, mediocre at best. Hopefully we get lucky and get payoffs for being in Ruby in the third pack. Set 5 definitely has the more powerful Ruby cards in this limited format, so often when you're in Ruby, if your deck ends up being powerful, it's going to be because you got a lot of fairly good cards in your Set 5 pack. Yeah, it's possible I should have just, like, snapped off that first Rock Slider instead of hoping on it wheeling. Alright, Nuts Ruby cards. Well, that's a less than stellar start to hoping for Nuts Ruby cards. There's just, like, nothing in this pack that we're excited to play. Ugh, I just, like, take you this Crackling Bag over for the reserves. I think that's the life we're living. It's, like, a reasonable card to board in against decks that have Dreadlings in them. A very bad pack. Maybe we'll get really lucky and get past like 2 to 3 Lava Shapers here. Just like get rewarded for being in Ruby. And I haven't had a Lava Shaper in one of my drafts in a long time. This might be the worst first pick of all time. You're not wrong. Alright, so I have to ask myself, how much of a gambling man am I? So there's a Mama Yeti here, which is just an insanely powerful card. 5/5, Speed Crush for 4. We have to have a Baby Yeti in our deck in order to play this card, though. And there's an Ashwood Firebrand here. This is just like a very, very good 2-drop. That being said, our deck is really mediocre right now. And I feel like we need cards like this Mama Yeti in order to carry us to victories. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think our deck is bad enough that we need to just take this Mama Yeti and hope one of these next 6 packs has a baby in it. I think we're just, like, down the rabbit hole. Like, no one's first picking a Baby Yeti to hate pick it, so we're just going to grab this and hope for the best here. Yeah, Fireball is a powerful card. It's going to be difficult to cast a lot of games, but, like, this could hit a champion, too. So, like, just, like, 3 damage to something is very, very good. Alright, 5 more shots at a Baby Yeti. 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 I need everyone to channel your Baby Yeti energy into this draft. Because this deck is going to be really, really unplayable without a Baby Yeti. Alright, Winter Brave is like a fine card. It's a 2/3 with a minor socket, so we can put the when this attacks, it gains flight in it. So like it's a 2/3 flyer for 3. 4 more shots at a Baby Yeti. 4 more shots at a Baby Yeti. Come on. Come on. Mama needs a baby. Don't leave Mama out in the cold now. Don't do it. Have a heart, fellow drafters. Mama just needs a baby to cuddle at night so she can go rampaging around. We passed the best 2-drop, Ruby 2-drop in the format. For you. There's, like... When I describe Hex as Magic Plus, I'm really not lying. They just, like, took so many of the things that are bad about Magic and just, like, improved upon them. And the resource system in Hex is so superior to Magic's resource system, just in terms of elegance and the design things you're able to do, and just, like, efficiency. God, and packs like this always tilt me when I'm drafting, because, like, I want 3 cards out of this pack, but, like, we saw this pack 5th. So, like, the chances of one of these cards wheeling to us is really, really low. I think I'm just going to take the Fireball because I would like extra reach and removal to like maybe make up for our deck being bad, but 3 more chances at a Baby Yeti. 3 more chances at a Baby Yeti. 3 more chances at a Baby Yeti. Yeah, like, could you imagine the Magic players in the audience if Phyrexian mana cards required you have a threshold? I mean, again, like this pack, like Hilltop Monastery, Ardent Officer, Ashwood Firebrand, Winterbrave. But I'm there's 5. I'm the 6th person to see this pack, so like I'm taking the Ardent Officer because like this might make our mediocre deck playable. But like, just so tilting where we ended up in the draft portion. Just like, we're probably not going to see any of these 3 cards coming back around. Even if no one wants them, they're just going to like pick them up because they're the most powerful cards left in the pack. Whereas like, our first pick in this pack was a crackling Magma. Like, what a tilt. Just slide out of my chair, tilt. 2 more chances at a Baby Yeti. 2 more chances at a Baby Yeti. Like, if we were the 2nd or 3rd pick out of that pack, I wouldn't even take the Ardent Officer because there's a good chance it would just wheel to us. But, like, the Ardent Officer is just going to get picked up by someone, like, picking the most playable card out of that pack. 1 more chance at a Baby Yeti. It would help with a good number of them. Sure. Would have made, like, Dismember more manageable, though, right? Because, like, a lot of people just, like, splash that card when they don't have black mana. This is it. Our one last shot. The chance to roll. This Baby Yeti comes once in this draft time. No! Reveneth with the 3-month resubscription. A quarter of a year. Still your favorite behind John Finkel. Well, that's a tall name to try and beat, so I'm going to be happy to be number 2 there. So thank you for coming back and the continued support. I do appreciate it. I'm going to quietly put this Mama Yeti in the reserves. And draft the Sapper's Wallbuster. And weep. Weep silently here. Weep silently. Okay, like, here's a question, though, bro. Like, what if Mental Misstep requires you to have triple Sapphire Threshold, triple blue? Here's this first pack that's just, like, a steaming pile of turd. Remember that time we didn't have an Ashwood Firebrand because we speculatively picked a Mama Yeti? Pack 3, pick 3. What a beating. What a beating. We still have a gain ground in our deck. Yeah, sure, but like there's the middle ground too. Like, what if it's not castable till turn 2, for instance? Like, there's a lot of balancing they could do. Man, this deck is bad. I think we might be in Ruby's favor main deck territory. Might be in Ruby Favor's main deck territory. Did I have a... I have not had a hiccup recently, so it's probably on your end. Man. I think we're in Gwain's Prodigy territory. I don't think I've ever registered this card in a draft form before. But, you know, desperate time. Maybe we're going to get really lucky and, like, that Ashwood Firebrand and Hilltop Monastery are going to wheel to us. What if we finish this draft deck and play anything else? So, Christy and I were drafting the other day. Or I was, like, drafting with her. And, like, we finished drafting. And she looked at me and goes, should we play games with this deck? And I was like, no, if I were you. And she's like trying to hit Cosmic. I was like, if I were you, I would just 0-0 drop this draft. And she did. We 0-0 dropped the draft. Just like didn't play the game. Sometimes the decks are just that bad. And again, like I said, those packs that came late, like that had like 2 and 3 and 4 playable cards that we were interested in, just like we saw them too late, so we weren't able to play them. That being said, this deck that we've drafted right now has one very important thing going for it. We get to play Ada as the champion. So like maybe I play it. Main deck the Friar Tusk. I mean, it might be better than this Canyonwood Fleetfoot. Are we going to try and play a Fireball Ada deck? I haven't had a train wreck this bad in a long time. I guess we have a lot of removal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do it. Who cares? I don't need to top 64 limited anyways. So I'm queuing unconstructed. Not super worried about it. Let's play at least one match. And by that I mean 2 because I'm a masochist. Wakuda look out and hope it kills them if they don't have a flyer, right? Oh, look at this. Look at this pretty curve. Okay, let's make this deck list here. I'm going to keep it because it's got 4 shards in it with all of our thresholds. Most of our thresholds. Yeah, I realized we needed the switch. Does it great? Has all of our thresholds, he says as he draws the triple ruby card. Look at that, just like we drew it up. 2-drop on 2. Hand's perfect now. Oh, you know what? I should have played the ruby that turn, so if we draw another ruby next turn, we could then fireball the Dread Transport. Not punished. Feels good. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just passing. Yeah, block, I guess. I could have, like... Oh, geez. Do you have a combat trick here, really? Is this like a Milky Eye Venom? That would be gross. I could have, like, activated this to, like, play this without mobilize and, like, block both. That doesn't seem particularly worth it. I think I want to save this to pump up here. Honestly, I might, mobilize this out and then next turn attack both my troops into the Skyspire Scholar and then use Explosive Interlude to finish this off. Yeah, I agree. Opponent's deck looks like it's like medium minus here. That's exactly what we wanted, right? Just like what a tilt. Just like keep drawing diamond shards, win swim. That's annoying. And now all their cards have scrounge. Well, I mean, if we would have hit a ruby there instead of drawing running diamonds, we'd have been able to kill this with a fireball. Now, unfortunately, they're going to play a 3-5 Dread Transport. And make this a 3-1. I guess we could Explosive Interlude to kill the Dread Transport here. I think that's what I'm doing. Sure, I'm about to get blown out by something else. They didn't activate... Oh, they can't activate this because it needs to exhaust. Perfect. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. Attack with both of these. There's only one troop in their crypt, so they can't use this again next turn. So that means I'm going to get a chance to feed the flames it. Alright, the power, may the power of Ada in her infinite wisdom carry us, put us on the back of these phantoms and carry us to a victory. Our Bob 6-drop, right? Where's our Gawain's prodigy? It is everything I need. Oh, geez, and now he can scrounge something else to make this bigger. And that's pretty bad for us. Please don't have another troop you can play. Please don't have another troop you can play. That was actually very good with the champ power. Yeah, they must have another troop, right? Oh, that was gonna get bigger anyways. Sure. Do I actually care about this Gravengeist right now? I feel like I don't. Put this on here, and then attack. We're like almost at parity here. The problem is they're going to be able to draw 2 cards here in a second and bury us. Take 10 here, down to 8. Uh, 60 refers to frames per second. That is correct. Basically, in a game like Hex, having a high FPS, like anything 30 plus, you're really not going to notice much of a difference. But if the frames per second are less than 30, you're going to notice some choppiness as the gameplay happens. The 60 will look more visually appealing most of the time. That's basically the TLDR. Should probably just kill this, right? Because, like, there's no way they don't draw a troop next turn. With this, so... Yeah. Remember that time we kept 2 ruby, 2 diamond in our 10 ruby, 8 diamond deck, and then actually just drew 3 diamonds as the 3 resources we drew so we couldn't cast this fireball? Beverage Farm remembers our unplayable deck. Yep, draw your cards. Alright, blow me out. I mean, I asked him to blow me out, right? Just like that. That definitely qualifies. That goes back to their hand now. So they can scrouge it again. Just the next diamond shard for the extra kick in the dick at the end. Reversion seems like it's going to be pretty good here. Canyonwood Fleetfoot is a bad card in general. Ruby's Favor is a bad card in general. Let's bring in some Friar Tusks because they're on Dreadlings. Trim the Gain Ground. Sure. Nice fireball, right? Next time I look at a deck and go, we should 0-0 drop this draft, I'm just going to stick to my gut and 0-0 drop the draft. We're going to try and play this out now here because we're already here, but when we lose, we're done. Chimera Bot, turn 2 on the play. Send me up. 2 ruby, 2 diamond can cast almost all of our cards, you know? Is it stuck? Ugh. There you go. You think I lead on the Chimera Bot? I'm not actually sure what's better there. It might be better to lead on the Scout. They can attack into more things. This is probably just gonna like trade with a 2-2 this turn. They don't have a play. This is the much better one. That's good for us. All right, let's attack with this. Drew the 3rd ruby. Look at that. Played the wrong resource there. Should have played the ruby in case we drew a fireball next turn and wanted the option to play it. You get dingled. I think I'm supposed to play this so that way I can go 2-2 drops next turn. Okay, didn't draw the fireball to get punished. That hit flying, which is actually great. Yeah, I'm going to attack with both of these. I'm just, like, fine offering this trade, I think. I'm going to play these 2 out. We'll never see a fireball now. It's sort of like a decent spot here, right? Like, we've got these 3. Next turn we get to go Ruby Resource, Champ Power, Explosive Interlude to kill something. The start of your turn, create a random spider. When you control 8 or more spiders, void this. That's pretty good. Take an extra turn. So they're basically drawing 2 cards a turn now, which is kind of scary. Says what? Oh, I got flight again, basically. Okay. So attack for 7 here. I'm gonna hit this. I don't think I want to interlude this. So I'm just gonna pass the turn. Our crappy aggro plan paying off here. Sure. Yeah, lose 2. 1-4. That dies to Explosive Interlude. Yep. Yeah, it's a bit. Hope for the best. Hex Heroes is my testing team for Hex. There's 10 of us. I should know how many people we have in our group. Checks Discord. Yeah, there's 10 of us. And we are also producing some content as well. So people that you see with the Hex Heroes logo on their streams are people that are part of the testing group that I am in for Hex events. It's like medium minus. It's got an Ardent Officer on 3 of those, so sign me up. Opponent mulligan seems decent. Down to 5. All right. Well, maybe we'll. Oh, they put us on the play. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if that's useful. Like, what does being a guild do for us? Anything? Nothing? Probably not. That was the perfect draw. Wanted a 2-drop. Got a 2-drop. Attack this in. I could have just, like, killed this, but they can only generate 1 charge since they're not playing Theros, so... Next turn we'll probably kill this. Unless they play out something scarier. Huh. So, I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here, and I'm going to do that. I can cycle this Iotachi coin to gain a charge and activate 8 of this turn, which seems pretty good. This is going to turn into 3 defense when it attacks, so might as well attack in here. No blocks. Deal. Alright, I'm going to cycle this. Activate this. And I'm actually going to feed the flames this now. So that way, they can't reduce the power on this again next turn, so we can keep attacking into this profitably. Use my resources efficiently, especially as a Sojourner the resource can play the interlude next turn. Sure, that's fine. We're gonna explosive interlude to kill this, and then crack them with everything here. Whoa, that's super aggressive. I don't think they're blocking anyways, but just in case, just make sure they're not winning the race. Yep. Oh, we won a match. Do we play another one? Am I supposed to play another one? Am I... I wanted the 0-1 drop. 1-0 drop, preserve perfection. Oh. Like, here's the thing, though. Like, we're 1-0. Do we think we can coin flip into the 2-0? It only costs us rank at this point, right? And I don't care about my rank. Do I want to change any of these crappy cards? I'm going to bring the Vanquish in and cut The rubies favor? Sure, let's do that. Wait, why didn't it save? Is my deck list still messed up? There we go. All right. Like, where's my deck list at? There are a few good cards, right? Just like the 2 games we won there, we just like played Ardent Officer on 3. That random rare value. Alright, we're on the play. Oh god, they're playing Theros. There's just like no way we could win. Alright, turn 2 blood. I just like every opening hand, double diamond, double ruby. Sign me up. The deck list overlay is just like, I don't want to show it. It's bad. Go do anything else. Ah, perfect. Draw the uncastable. Alright, let's draw Ardent Officer next turn so we have a chance to win. Well, they have a Depth Crawler in their deck, so I'm feeling better about our chances. Alright, chat fam. How greedy are we? How greedy are we? I'm cycling this Iotachi coin, right? I'm gonna cycle the Iotachi coin. Because it lets us chant Power Out 4. And I'm sure we're never going to draw another Ruby Source to play this Fireball. But I would like to play my champ Power on 4. What could possibly go wrong? We're going to like just draw another Fireball here. Oh yeah. Alright, feed the flames that. Do this, and then attack with his Blessed Scout, I think. I don't think I want to play the Youngster. I think I'd rather play this Canyonwood Fleetfoot. Biara, the Avatar of Greed. Yep, dat gain ground, though. No, I think I like covering the player's name a lot of the time. That's actually a decision I've made. You'll notice most of my recent videos cover the player's name. Look at that sweet quick troop value there. That's a how do I ever beat a 3/4? Alright, let's draw a Ruby Source so we can fireball it after it blocks a Phantom here. It's unfortunate. Man, Blowout City, right? Man, we're so unlucky we don't have a 3rd Ruby threshold. Just the unluckiest, you could say. Oh. Jorgen's Workshop, sure. Look at our opponent with these random playable cards in their deck. Wanna come in here and sit with Dad? Alright, hold on. Damn, he didn't attack. Saw the line. Ruby. God, we don't have a resource either? We're just so unlucky. We're just the unluckiest. So like, I would possibly play the Gain Ground here, but I've played Hex before, and I know that playing the Gain Ground means I'm going to discard the Fireball. So I'm just going to wait, I think. Yeah. Could Dad turn your sound on a touch so the stream doesn't have to hear it? The good news is my opponent's deck seems kind of mediocre too, so... And these are all dwarves, right? Yeah, so this is only making one thing a turn still. Look at the value on this Ashwood Minstrel. Just the freest of Ashwood Minstrel that gets to battle something when it comes into play if it wants to. I'm gonna choose not to battle anything. It's gonna be weird, I know. No. We are gonna activate this though. Look at that. Look at this acceleration. Just the power. It's a shame we didn't have Ruby, because then we could have battled this and then fireballed it to finish it off. Sack up, discard at random. I am getting value off this Gain Ground. This Gain Ground says draw 2 cards. It doesn't say discard at random. It says draw 2 cards. Could you tell me how to live my life? We're 1-0 right now, Kletsy Poo. Can't lose. Can't actually lose. Actually just can't lose. Well, I mean, like, this card's unplayable. The only reason it's in our deck is because, what's the word I'm looking for? We have this idiot making him for free. I should have valored something there, right? They have removal? Oh, this is so good for us! And now, before blocks, I get to revert everything off of this. Go back to your base form. So they have a Stratolith in their hand, though, is the actual problem. So, we don't really want them to draw another resource because, well, then, Stratolith. Yeah, huh. We need them to not draw shards, but we also need them to not draw cards we can't beat. It's basically like our deck is terrible and could never win. It's kind of like that. If you ever played a deck that's terrible and could never win, this is it. Let's draw Ruby this turn so we can Fireball and then Gain Ground to draw 2. No, don't boot me up here. Okay, so put the oh, they don't have another thing. That's good for us. Feed the flames, you say. If I feed the flames this and then just smash. That seem good. They block here and here. And then I get a diligence trigger on this too. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, fam. We're not beating the Stratolith, right? So just like block here, take 5, 6, 7, 8, go to 6. Sure, you get to eat my 1/1. Deal. They're at 6, and we have a Fireball potentially at some point here. We're very unlucky to never have drawn the 3rd Ruby though. There, nerds have flying. Get it? Got it. Good. Yep. They block 1, 2, 3, and take 4. I should just Gain Ground, right? Ding ding ding! Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, bing-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, dead! Yeah, look at our deck full of unplayables, winning games. It's Hexy time! Hexy time! Look at how wide we are. Winner! Never didn't have it. This is probably a Friar Tusk matchup. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the gain ground. That card's growing on me. Crackling Magma. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe Crackling Magma could be okay. They actually didn't have that many Dreadlings. And just didn't do anything. Sign me up. Got to 2-drop. Oh god, that's a Bolt Spasm. That's a Bolt Spasm.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! They played a Bolt Spasm! Oh no!
Oh no!
Don't play a 2-drop. Don't play a 2-drop. Don't play a 2-drop. That's a 2-drop. Alright, I think we just chastise here. No 3-drop. No 3-drop. Stop curving. Stop curving. I said stop it. Yeah, Magma is looking good. We didn't see either of these cards in game 1, so, like, I think it's arguably correct to leave Magma out, but I definitely think you're right. If we get a third game here, we're gonna definitely bring in the Magma. I guess we saw the Venom in the first game, too. It's annoying. Well, we need to draw Ruby next turn. If we draw Ruby next turn, we might be able to stay in this game. God, just the... just never, ever going to be able to cast a Fireball ever in this draft deck. Things that are just never going to happen. Stop trying to make Fireballs happen. They're not going to happen. Am I blindsiding to kill this? That seems real loose. Alright. Alright. I get it. I get it. We shouldn't have Fireballs in our deck. Crackling Magma in. Let's think quietly to ourselves of the decisions we made in life to get us to the point we're currently at. Reversion seems fine. Fuck it. One less diamond can't hurt. So, like, we need double diamond by 5 every game. We only need triple ruby when we have the fireballs, which I guess is also every game so far. So, like, this hand might not be keepable. It doesn't have a threat in it. And I mean, like, we need Ada for this deck because our deck is mediocre. Bah! Bah!
Oh no!
Oh no! Do I want to feed the flames this? Probably not. Seems like a poor life decision. Do I have a Roid bot that we're not playing? Like that's like the fixing that's available to us. Do I have an Ardent Decree we're not playing? So you're like, ow! Child, don't pinch me. That hurts. Yeah, you're a brat. Yeah, you think you're funny? Think you're funny pinching your father, Brad? Ow. Man, kids. And now we're just like never gonna have a second diamond to activate our champion power? That's how this works, right? I'm not new here. I've played this game before. Psychic Ascension, sure. Third Ruby never draws fireballs. Exactly. The good news is this holds the ground pretty well against Dreadlings until it dies. It holds the ground pretty well until it doesn't. Oh, up. Let's save so the deck list goes back up there. You know, sometimes Conscript's a bitch. We were running poorly in our deck that's not that good to begin with, so when we finish this 1-2, I would like to remind everyone that we probably should have 1-0 dropped. Probably should have 1-0 dropped. I get the Conscript is fun, but, like, it's a miserable mechanic. It's like, every time I feel like I'm playing well, and it's just like, man, like, we put our opponents, like, made some mistakes, and we've made some clutch percentage plays, and, like, how do we lose this game? And then it's just like, oh, you Conscript an Underworld officer, or William Rowan, and you hit on the first try. Like, alright. There's the different tricks. Is Draft Gauntlet just 3 games always? That is correct. You play 3 games, 3 matches, 3 sets of 3 games. Turn 2 Chimera Bot. Man, this flippin' Gain Ground is just, like, glued to our opening hand. It's really frustrating. I think, like, Transmog's a good use of digital design space. It's just, like, a powerful answer with some blowback. Like, having Conscript just be a super common mechanic is, like... Alright, well, I'm gonna attack my Chimera Bot into these nerds, and then we will blindside them when... Oh, actually, maybe I should blitz it. Yeah, they updated that. You can play for a... I'm gonna go ahead and blindside here. If we get really lucky, we'll get a second Chimera Bot and double block here. Oh, Life Drain's pretty good, though. So, yep, gain 6. I mean, like, I think that would be a good balancing for it, Zeramus. Like, it would actually make, like, the rare and mythic conscript cards, like, constructed playable, right? Well, this is how we win. Turn to Chimerabot into... Huh, am I just, like, blitzing here? Yeah, I'm just gonna blitz for the Diligence Enabler or the plus damage. Just get our hand empty so we can gain ground to draw 2 here. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do this now, because guaranteed discards a resource and draws 2. Yeah, sign me up. Both of these will trigger Diligence next turn. That's... I'm gonna feed the flames this. It lets us push an extra damage with this turn, and then also cuts them off of making Dreadlings to activate Takahiro next turn. Yep, that was a very good series from the opponent. Alright, are still dead. God bless. Mono Dreadling decks today, huh? Vanquish doesn't seem great. Gain ground. It's like always beat. Reversion doesn't seem great. Crackling Magma seems fine. This hand's fine to keep. We had a couple of resources, but we're on 18 resources. It's got a lot of good tools in it. Why should I add a ruby? That's like our next 2 draw steps are just gonna be fireballs. It's like hate everything about ourselves. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum 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 bum. Next sequencing was really poor here. Should have attacked with this before doing anything, but whatever. You get to our champion power next turn at least. They just have nothing again here. God bless. I don't know what's in their hand, but God bless them. Elwins, did you see how awful our draft deck is? Our deck's really bad. Really, really bad. Like, we don't have playable cards without this fireball in our deck, okay? Like, we don't have playable replacements. I agree. Playing this card in an Ada deck is bad because you're not consistently playing it, but, like, when your alternatives are worse cards, it's just like, sure. Sure. At least this Friar Tusk is just like taking all the Dreadling cards they have in their hand and just like making them uncastable for them. That's a good one. Let's do our due diligence here. That's so rude. Decks that only have Ruby in them will have more than that. I don't think I want a Valor here. I think I want to hold up the Blitz just in case they try and kill Friar Tusk. Like a Strangle or something. Okay, tracks. Well, we drafted... It looks like we might 2-1 with this draft deck that's really bad. Yes, this game's still early, but we are up a game at least. We are getting here. Like, our opponent, like, neither of us are actually, like, losing life, right? Like, I'm gaining 3 and they're just, like, gaining infinite here. I should probably just Crackling Magma these nerds, right? I guess they're not hurting anything. I should have Valored there. Just gonna play this post-combat because I'm an idiot. Paying attention to what you're doing is overrated. Watch us be 1 point short. Ooh, baby, baby. Look at that, we drew one of our playable cards. Weird. I guess I don't have Crackling Magma up now, which maybe I want to hold that up. Just all the Gravebait Vials. Man, this Crackling Magma, its stock is just going through the roof. This Friar Tusk has just done so much work. Look at that bibbity bomb. Look at that bomb diggity, if you would. Look at that bomb diggity. 6 drops! Oh, baby. Oh, baby, a 6 drop. You do you. The opponents just gained so much life this game. Just all the life has belonged to them. We've been gaining 3 a turn though. This battle script chest another diamond. Our life's like a diamond, you could argue. Ah, 6 drops. I could have killed them there. I didn't even count. I'm aware that they could have died there. I could have killed them with Blitz plus Sapphire's. It turns out counting before you click OK, probably a good idea. Only playing Bloodbearer for 12 turns is a bad idea, right? I mean, he played some Gravebait Vials and stuff, right? Welp, looks like we 2-1'd. Unless they play like a Waltz of the Damned here. He's spoiled. If we Magma, they'll gain 9. He just did that to gain 12. They're dead though, right? No, this is going to be 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're 1 short now because of the Galleon Spear Cliff. Alright, I'm going to attack with all of these because if they don't block, we can kill them with the Blitz. Fair. Remember that time we missed? I mean, I missed lethal last turn, right? Oh my god, we can cast the fireball! Who's excited? Who's excited we can cast the fireball? Deal. I like a challenge. For fuck's sake. Get out of here. Still not lethal because of double misery. What a messed up patch. Just both of our decks stone cold unplayable. Alright, well, you know. We 2-1'd, I guess. Got him.